What's up, everybody? It is I, Mark Alex, once again, and we're here to talk about this song "Lie." So, if you guys are enjoying the EP, which is out now, I know for a fact it's out this time. I hope you guys are enjoying all the songs, and like I said, today we're going to talk about the song "Lie." So, this song was basically, I think, the second. No, this was the third song I made. So it went Snow, or originally it went Snow, Coop, so Whip, Snow, and then this song. And this song is actually like probably my second favorite, right behind Snow. Mostly because of just the production on this song. I really love the beat on this song, and it was again all Logic stuff. I've never. I love using Omnisphere. I love using Nexus, but at the end of the day, I think that Logic's Alchemy is like a very powerful VST. So if you haven't looked into it, if you think it's kind of shit or anything like that, trust me, it's pretty damn fire. So, but let's jump into this. So as you can see here, there was a lot of throwaway vocals and stuff like that. As you can see here, these are all my old like vocal tracks. But as usual, we're gonna start with just the beat. So the beat was actually pretty dang interesting. I started out with just this sound. As I usually do, it's just usually like a random little sound that I'm just like, this is really cool. I love the chords to this. And then from there, I added the second one, which was just basically the same chords but with a little bit of, or same sound, sorry, and just a little bit of doo 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 melody on it. And as you can see here, all the alchemy, I just turned up the delay and stuff like that. So fifth echo, the delay and the reverb are pretty high, or the reverb is pretty low, but I know the delay is pretty high. And then so this is the original sound. And I threw some EQ on it just to make it sound better. And here, I'll show you the EQ on this. I really wanted those low mids to come in there. And I know that might be bad because it'll be battling for the low mids, battling the drums and stuff like that, but I really don't give a shit. So that's the basic sound, and that sound just repeats the entire time. Again, like, I use very simple sounds. I mostly go for atmospheric, like very just spacey sounds, and this song originally was about to be about a girl. So I'll show you that here in a second. But after that, it's business as usual. I add my little hi hats and whatnot. So as you can see here, this is Atlanta sound kit with the hi hats. No EQ. And there's the clap and the snare layered on top of each other to give it a little more punch. And then the trap bass. There's no kick in this. There's just straight up bass. I put on, at least on trap bass in Logic, there's a way to have like a kick in it. So you can either turn that down or turn that up depending on what you want. This certain track, I just turned it all the way up because I wanted the kick to really come through in that 808. So fire. So real quick before I go to the vocals, I want to talk about the snares in this song. So I had been listening to a lot of Drake, a lot of old Drake actually, and a lot of Party Next Door. Those are like, probably my two biggest influences other than like Pierre Bourne and like other, artists right now. But I really love the old muted, I guess you could call it, like very muffled snares that they used to use back then. So listen to anything off of So Far Gone, listen to anything off of even Thank Me Later, Drake's like, debut album. There's a lot of those like very type of snares, and so I wanted to emulate that, and I wanted the snares to kind of, I put an echo on this because I wanted the snare to be clean and then come in very muffled and covered up, and again sounding like the Drake underwater type of filter that 40 would put on. And so what I came up with was I ended up putting an echo on the snare and on the clap, both of them, they both have an echo on it. And what I did was I just turned up, I put a send, and the send is has an echo, a channel EQ, which is cutting out all the lows and the highs to make it sound telephony, and I put a space designer on it to give it that that the echo room, the room sound, and this is what you get. So the echo is on a 1/4 1/4 time. I really don't know the word for that, delay, whatever you want to call it. I put the feedback pretty low because I didn't want like I wanted it to go and that was it. And so I put the feedback on the 35, so that way it just does it one time and then it's done. And again, the fourth measure, the fourth step or whatever you want to call it, how the echo happens is supposed to come in four bar later or quarter bar later. So and that's the clap, and then here you can see this is the clap and the snare, both with the same exact effect. See, their effects are literally copied and pasted. And that gave me that, again, like that very atmospherical, very underwater Drake sound that was very popular for him back in the day. And that was the beat. And so, like I said, there were a lot of references, as you can see up here. The original song was actually supposed to be about a girl. So the original chorus went like, here, I'll play it for you, actually. I'll show you guys the old chorus here.
Fall in love. Shawty got me falling in love. Shawty got me falling in love. Shawty got me.
But my process with that changed mostly because I didn't want this song to be in just another because at this point I had made Snow, and that was kind of a very it was a very kind of sad song, and it followed like what I usually do. I just kind of monotone the stuff, and I didn't really want this chorus to be monotoned, and so after just referencing around, just doing little freestyles, I came up with this.
Why you lie? If you really wanna be with me, I don't mind. If you wanna just lie to me, cause I try just to tell you how I really feel.
It gives it more color, gives it more liveliness. I love the way that I delivered that, and so from there it was business as usual. I got the hook down, and then I did my chorus. This original chorus was actually meant for the other song, but it pretty much fit in together.
By myself, never needed help.
And my vocal chain is usually the same: waves, tune, noise gate, de-esser, all that. I had a de-esser on because I didn't have my pop filter on, so I had to take out some S's. But same thing as usual. My space designer, my echoes going in. Again, they have that water filtered thing on there. But it's the same vocal chain as usual.
Loving
and then I
something
cut out
that
my
I
breaths
ever
because
felt.
I really did not want my breaths to come through on this song. And then from there, I decided to add a little bit more, to add a chorus kind of ensemble effect in the background of the hook. And I think I did pretty well in it. I was watching Dayglow, the guy who makes Can I Call You Tonight, that band, and he was talking about oh yeah, when I do my little backing stuff, I don't just copy and paste it. I do those takes over and over again, or I do the takes the same, but I do them separate takes. I'll say the same words but do separate takes. And I was like, well, I'll do that too. Fuck it. It does sound better, so that's what I did.
Why you lie? If you really wanna be with me, I don't mind. If you wanna just lie to me, cause I tried one time.
And as you can see on the backing vocals on the VEQ, so this is the backing vocals one, and this is the main chorus here. You can see that I cut out more high end on the backing because I want to make sure that they're not competing with each other. At the end of the day, mixing is all about making sure that stuff sounds, of course, good to your ear. But one thing you can always remember is okay, if I have one voice or one instrument in this range and I want that to stick out, whatever else is there, I'm going to have to either cut out those frequencies or, really be very careful about what frequencies they're taking up because they'll clash. So I did that. And then from there, again, like I said, I did the verse, and then we get to the second part. So the second part was kind of more done in the voice that I was doing for the hook. The first verse right here was more centered around the old hook. That's why it kind of sounds like by myself, never needed help. But this one I was more all right, I need to get to the crux of this issue, which is, again, the song being called Lie. It's really about, a girl who I know who I know is lying to me, who I know is like, doing these things, even though she says she likes me, but she's messing around with other guys or whatever. But I let it happen because, I like the chick, I want her around. I really don't care like what is life without her type of thing. And so this is where like kind of that point of like, I know you're lying to me, but I don't care really comes in.
Give me what I really need. She don't speak the truth, but I know it. Hurts inside, but I never show it. What's the point?
And so I kind of did more of like, again, kind of sound like the hook. And then I really wanted like a very like, I've always been a fan of bridges and really cool like harmonies and stuff in the back of bridges. And so when I wrote this whisper in my ear all your sweet lies right here in the second verse, this was one part that I knew that I was gonna do like a lot, like I was gonna add like some stuff to it to make it sound cool.
It's okay. Whisper in my ears all your sweet lies. Whisper in my ear.
So as you can see, I turned up my echo and my reverb a little bit to give it more of like a listen to this sound. And then I added in these two backing vocals, which I think are probably one of my favorite parts of this song.
Whisper in my ears all your sweet lies. Whisper in my ears all your sweet lies. Tell me what you want, even if it's lies. Cause I don't really care, yeah, we all die. We just wanna be gone off the drugs. We just wanna be right off the drugs. I can feel my faith.
I love that part right there.
There's no more. Pills of the liquor got me passing on the floor.
So again, like I said, I wanted to build these two harmonies together with each other. And I really think I did a good job in these background vocals. Again, I wanted this to be kind of like like the feelings kind of being there in the background, and if that makes sense. And I think I hit spot on with this. I did one voice that was like very, I guess, kind of moaning and whatever, like whining about it, and then another voice that was more of like upbeat. So I'll play those two silence right here.
Sweet lies, sweet lies, even if it's lies.
And as you can see, I split them out to the left and right. And again, the vocal chain, very simple, waves, tunes, VEQ, and I did the same thing here. So this is the main track on here. I have, my highs pushed up, but then in the background vocals, I have the highs pushed down a little bit because I don't want them occupying the same space.
We all die. We just wanna be gone.
And then it just goes right back into this.
If you really wanna be with me, I don't mind. If you wanna just lie to me,
and that's basically the song right there. This, again, was one of my favorite songs I made, mostly because of the beat. But I really enjoy what I did here on this second bridge. I really like the first verse that I wrote. It's probably one of my favorite verses that I've written in a while, just because, again, it was originally from the reference track that I was making. And then once I got rid of that old hook, I was like, you know what? I really do like this verse, so let me keep it. And that's what I did. So that's Lie. I hope you guys are enjoying the EP. I hope you guys are enjoying everything that I've put out. If not, cool. But if you are, thank you a lot. And anybody else who's checking out these videos, I'm not the most like technical musical guy. I just press buttons and do things until it sounds good. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, let me know, and I'll probably keep doing it even if you aren't, because I like explaining shit. So again, check out Blurry Songs EP by Mark Alex, and I'll see you next time.